Welcome to Urban Legends Uncovered, your spine-tingling journey through the world of urban legends and spooky lore. Here's your host, paranormal expert, Mark Sellers.
Welcome to this spine-tingling episode of Urban Legends Uncovered. I'm your host for today, Mark Sellers. We're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and eerie legends that haunt the Hawaiian Islands, the Night Marchers. These ghostly figures are said to roam the islands in the dead of night, with tales of their chilling presence sending shivers down the spine of anyone who encounters them. But what exactly are Night Marchers? And how did this legend come to be? Join me as we explore the shadows of Hawaii's rich and fascinating folklore. Let's uncover the haunting legacy of the Hawaii Night Marchers. Picture this, a moonlit night in the lush valleys of Hawaii. The distant sound of rhythmic drumming reaches your ears, growing louder with each passing second. Flickering torchlights appear in the darkness, and an eerie chant echoes across the land. These are the Night Marchers, spectral warriors who roam the islands, carrying with them stories as old as Hawaii itself. For centuries, tales of the Night Marchers have haunted the islands. Who are they? Why do they appear? And most importantly, what should you do if you ever encounter them? Today, we'll explore the origins of this eerie legend, hear spine-chilling eyewitness accounts, and unpack the cultural significance of this haunting phenomenon. So settle in and let's begin. Let's start with the legend. The Night Marchers, or Hawaiian huko, are said to be the spirits of ancient Hawaiian warriors. These warriors were tasked with protecting sacred chiefs. In ancient Hawaii, these chiefs were considered so sacred that commoners had to lie face down in their presence or face death. The Night Marchers are believed to continue their protective duties even in death, roaming the islands on sacred nights. They are said to appear during specific lunar phases like Ku or Akua nights. Their path often leads to places of great spiritual or historical importance, ancient temples, battlegrounds, and burial sites. The marchers are described as moving in unison, carrying torches, chanting ancient prayers, and striking fear into anyone who dares to witness them. Tradition warns that hearing the sound of distant drums or seeing torches in the night is a sign they are approaching. If you encounter them, you must lie flat on the ground and avoid eye contact. Failure to do so, according to legend, could result in a curse, or worse, being taken. Now let's dive into the historical and cultural roots of this legend. Hawaiian spirituality is deeply tied to the land, its history, and its people. The origins of the Night Marchers are often linked to the kapu system, an ancient code of conduct in Hawaii. This system dictated strict rules about sacred chiefs and places. Breaking these rules could lead to severe punishment, including death. Dr. Pwakia Nogomeyer, a professor of Hawaiian studies, explains it well. The Night Marchers legend embodies respect for tradition and history, a reminder of the sacredness of the land and its people. Beyond the rules of the kapu system, the Night Marchers also symbolize Hawaii's connection to its ancestors. In Hawaiian tradition, spirits are seen as part of the environment, woven into the cliffs, waves, and forests. Every element of the landscape is said to hold mana or spiritual energy. Eyewitness accounts make this legend all the more eerie. Let me share a few chilling stories. First, the Kauai encounter. In 1993, a local woman named Lani was camping near Waimea Valley. Late at night, she heard rhythmic drumming. When she peeked out of her tent, she saw flickering torchlights moving through the valley. Lani described the sight as terrifying and awe-inspiring. Overwhelmed with fear, she hid and lay still until the sounds faded. Next, there's the Big Island incident. A group of tourists staying near the Puhonua o Hononau National Historical Park claimed they heard chanting and footsteps in the distance. Looking toward the ocean cliffs, they saw glowing orbs and shadowy figures walking single file. The tourists fled their rental house that night, shaken by the experience. On Oahu's North Shore, a construction worker had an unforgettable experience in 2005. Late one evening, he saw misty, humanoid shapes approaching. His flashlight flickered off unexpectedly, and an overwhelming sense of dread washed over him. He later described the encounter as otherworldly and deeply unsettling. And then there's the Hana Highway experience on Maui. In 2017, a family driving late at night claimed they saw shadowy figures illuminated by their headlights. These figures moved silently and disappeared moments later, leaving the family with an intense feeling of unease. Lastly, on Molokai in 2019, hikers reported feeling a sudden drop in temperature near an old burial ground. Faint chanting reached their ears, and one hiker claimed to see indistinct shapes weaving through the trees. Though others in the group saw nothing, the entire experience left them deeply shaken. Documented evidence gives weight to these stories. Take, for example, a tour guide on the Big Island who claims to have captured drumming sounds on a recorder during a night tour. He described the energy in the area as tangible and unforgettable. On platforms like Reddit, many share their night marcher encounters. One user wrote, "I was staying with a friend in Kaneohe when we heard drums and chanting near the backyard. My friend told me to get on the floor and close my eyes. She said they were night marchers. The sounds eventually faded, but I've never been more scared in my life." So why does this legend resonate so deeply? It's more than just fear. The night marchers are a powerful reminder of Hawaii's rich history and the importance of respecting sacred places. In a world where modernization threatens ancient sites, these stories serve as a cautionary tale to honor the past. There's also the psychological aspect. Are the night marchers a manifestation of collective memory? In many indigenous cultures, the land itself is thought to store memories of past events. Perhaps these spectral processions are imprints of history, etched into Hawaii's landscape. Some scientists propose natural explanations, like temperature inversions creating the illusion of lights. But such theories rarely account for the chanting, drumming, and intense feelings witnesses describe. Oral tradition keeps the legend alive. Hawaiian elders pass down these stories, ensuring the history and cultural values endure. For some families, the connection to night marchers is personal. Certain families believe they are descended from these warriors, viewing them not as ominous figures, but as protectors. Finally, what should you do if you encounter night marchers? Here are the traditional guidelines. Lie flat and avoid eye contact. Do not speak, whistle, or call attention to yourself. Avoid camping or hiking in areas associated with night marchers, especially on sacred nights. Some suggest leaving small offerings like lei or food as a sign of respect. Above all, approach these spaces with humility and reverence. Locals believe the night marchers can sense intentions, so respect may influence the outcome of such encounters. As we conclude this episode of Urban Legends Uncovered, we've wandered through the spectral lanes of Hawaii's haunting history with the night marchers. These ghostly warriors remind us of the profound ties between the past and the present, and the way cultures global and local keep the echoes of their histories alive through tradition and tale. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the spine-chilling legends of Hawaii. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, it's undeniable how these stories captivate our imagination, inviting us to ponder the unseen. Until next time, where we'll uncover yet another mystery, remember to keep an open heart and a curious mind. I'm Mark Sellers, and as always, thanks for listening to Urban Legends Uncovered.
You've been listening to Urban Legends Uncovered. If you enjoyed this podcast, please click the subscribe button to get alerted when we drop a new episode. And make sure to visit us at www.urbanlegendsuncovered.com. We'll see you next time.